Well, a morning show exclusive for you now. On the eve of the 35th anniversary of Elvis Presley's death, we chat with his daughter, singer-songwriter Lisa Marie Presley.
Yeah, entertainment reporter Blair Lake got up close and personal with the star for her only Australian TV interview. Blair joins us now live from Hollywood to give us all the details. Good morning. Blair, this has been a roller coaster ride for Lisa Marie, hasn't it, since her last album? How was she when you caught up with her?
Well, first of all, you wouldn't tell it's been a roller coaster ride because she looked absolutely fabulous. And she's so petite and just dressed so well, and she looked fantastic. You wouldn't know that she just had another set, or her only set, of twins, 2 children, both at the age of 3. After years ago, she had her first 2 kids, and she does not look like a new mom. She looks like she could be the babysitter, but she really has had a lot going on with her. It's been 7 years since she recorded a new album, and this is a very big change for her in this new album. She also signed a big management deal with Simon Fuller, the founder of Pop Idol, American Idol, the founder of the Spice Girls. You know, she's running Elvis Inc. You know, she's the president, basically, of Elvis Inc. So anything with his name on it, she and Simon, I believe, are in charge of all those endeavors. And then, of course, on the sad side, you had the death of her ex-husband, Michael Jackson, who she's been talking about a lot recently. Some regrets she has about not getting to know him thoroughly like she wanted to in the past. Not to mention, lastly, she moved to a small, beautiful suburb, an estate outside, an hour outside of England. So she's changed her lifestyle, she's changed the people she's working with, and she has some regrets, all of which are reflected in this record. Check out my amazing interview with Lisa Marie. Her father remains one of the most iconic stars ever. Now, on the eve of the 35th anniversary of Elvis's death, Lisa Marie Presley reflects on life as the only child of rock and roll's reigning king.
It's a blessing. It has its challenges, I will say, but it's not something that I would regret or take back or want to change in any way.
At the age of 25, she became the sole heir to the Elvis estate, then worth more than $100 million. Almost 20 years later, it's a responsibility still taking its toll.
It's a constant quest to make sure everything is quality controlled, the name like its image is protected, Graceland itself is protected, its future, whoever gets involved in it, you know, it's a constant job.
As the launch of a new exhibition in Graceland this year goes to show.
It's basically just a room that's dedicated to showing the side of my father that is the father side, my relationship with him, and you know, different artifacts from when I was little, and lots of footage and lots of, you know, things like that that sort of show as much as we possibly can that relationship.
In May, after a 7-year hiatus, the singer launched her new assault on the charts with the album Storm and Grace.
People had wanted me to write this kind of record for a while. People took me to Nashville and, you know, do a country record, but I was from Memphis anyway, and I'm biased. Anything too contrived, I kind of went like that. But I think when someone sort of lets me do lets me have this freedom, I kind of end up doing the right thing. It's been, you know, just sort of an experimentation process, and in that, just this really natural, organic, kind of bluesy, almost folky Americana feel came really, really natural to me.
Approval from mom, Priscilla, obviously counts.
She tells me she likes it, you know? I don't know. She likes it. I know she likes it. She's very proud. She's a very proud mom.
The singer famously married Michael Jackson in 1994, a union that lasted just over 18 months. His sudden death in 2009 influenced her latest album.
Everything that I experienced in my life is covered in my music. Everything has had its place in the writing process. I think people learn at some point in their life, you know, not to take people for granted, basically, and to try to deal with things as they come.
While her estranged husband struggled with media scrutiny, maintaining privacy has always been important to Lisa Marie.
When I'm doing this and I'm promoting and I'm doing an album, I understand that I have to be out there, and it requires a certain amount of attention and media, but when I'm not doing that, it's very important to me to have a completely different, which is kind of how I was raised. My mom always kept me away from it. That's just kind of how I keep my sanity. If I'm considered sane, that's how I would do it.
It's a philosophy that she's keen to share with her own children. Up-and-coming singer Benjamin.
I just want them to be the best that they can at what they're doing and keep a normalcy in their lives.
Daughter Riley got her break starring alongside Kristen Stewart in The Runaways and opposite Orlando Bloom in The Good Doctor.
What's wrong with me?
Pyelonephritis.
Can you die from that?
Well, if you never took care of it, but that's what us doctors are here for.
I thought you guys just played golf.
She started modeling young to make her own money, which I really respected. But I knew ultimately she wanted to move into other things. And when she wanted to be an actress, I took her to see, I said, I want you to watch a real actress. I want you to see someone who's really doing this for the craft, not doing it because they're really pretty and really skinny and they live in LA, but because they're really in there. And I took her to see Monster with Charlize Theron. Cut to, anyway, now she's in Africa shooting with her on Mad Max. I was just like, this is really incredible.
While her eldest are on the fame fast track, the 44-year-old has opted for a gear change after giving birth to the newest additions to her brood, twin girls Harper and Finley, 3 years ago. Specifically, a relocation to a $15 million estate in the quiet English countryside.
I wouldn't raise my younger ones in Los Angeles solely at this time. I'm making sure they have an entirely different scene and stage setting somewhere else. It's not just this celebrity-enriched environment.
But even a move across the pond can't distance them from their famous grandfather.
They're so proud. They know who he is, and I took them to see Viva Elvis in Las Vegas a few months ago, and Finley's, both of them were just, she gets so excited, and if she hears him, she gets really excited in the car, and they want to dance to him, and they're just thrilled, and so it's really cute. I mean, it's really cute.
Though Europe may be her focus now, the songstress is hopeful to land down under soon.
If I had it my way, I would go to Australia. I toured there once. It's definitely in the cards and not out of the question.
Well, thank you, Lisa, so much. It was a pleasure to meet you and a pleasure to interview you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Blair, she sounds so together. It's really difficult to overestimate, really, the difficulty of having that name. Every time she goes on stage, before she even opens her mouth, she's been judged, hasn't she?
Oh, she's absolutely been judged, and that's why I love so much about her, is we all know she does not need to be doing music for the money. She made it very clear she's continuing to pursue a music career for the ability to perform for small audiences on stage and write her music through her own voice. She has more money than we all know due to the Elvis estate, but she does music just because she loves the writing process. And, you know, she was just a lovely, lovely woman. Her head is so on her shoulders. She's really, really together. And at the end of the interview, when we turned the cameras off, she actually told me, she pulled me aside, she and her publicist, and said, "Thank you, that was the most comfortable and best interview I've had in a long time." She goes, because I think she's been really nervous this past few months interviewing because of the Michael Jackson stuff, and I wanted her to feel as comfortable as possible and not be so tabloidy, and it paid off because she was so happy at the end of it, so it was good.
Yeah, good on you. And I love the way she spoke about her children and wanting to raise them, you know, away from LA. I kind of thought that was
she certainly makes me not want to raise kids in LA. She's very, very happy raising these twins in England. But again, I thought it was very interesting how she sent her oldest daughter, Riley, to go see Charlize Theron in one of the scariest movies I've ever seen as sort of a scene study. And now she's doing a movie with Charlize in South Africa. So, you know, she really seems like an amazing mother and an amazing person. So I'm sure her dad and Michael are both looking down very proud of her.
Oh, thank you so much for that, Blair. Lisa Marie Presley's new album, it's called Storm and Grace, it's out now. And tomorrow, to mark the actual anniversary of Elvis's death, we have a very special performance.
I look forward to that. Ahead though now, time to splash some cash.